There is a temple in India which is impossible to build even today. In Egypt, there are boxes of 100 tons under the ground, and no one understands how they were dragged there. In Greece, they found a mechanism that counts the movement of planets 2,000 years before computers. And all this is real. Each object is documented. Everyone can see with their own eyes. No legends, no retellings. And everyone asks one question, to which the official history does not give an answer. Who did it? Today there are 7 objects, 7 countries, 7 things which should not exist, but exist. Let's start with the hardest. In the literal sense, India, state of Maharashtra. The place is called Ellora. Here in the rock, a temple is carved, not built, not composed of blocks. It is carved from a whole mountain, from top to bottom, length 55 meters, width like half a football field, height above the 5-story building. Outside, hundreds of elephants of natural size. Each centimeter of the wall is carved. Thousands of figures, all from one piece of rock. But the problem is not beauty. The problem is physics. To carve this temple, it was necessary to remove 400,000 tons of stone from the mountain, 40,000 loaded Kamaz trucks, and most importantly, this stone was not just removed. It had to be taken somewhere, put together, leave somewhere. But he is not, neither nearby nor around. Not in a kilometer, not in 10, he just disappeared. And this is not the main thing. The official version says that the instruments are made of iron. But the hardness of basalt on the scale of Mohs is 6 units, and here is iron 4. You cut the material that hardens your instrument. It's like scratching concrete with a plastic spoon. But let's say that the iron coped. Then another detail. The construction went from top to bottom. First the roof, then the walls, then the floor. This means no right to make a mistake. Cut off the excess. That's it. You can't get the stone back. The column is thinner than expected. It will collapse under its own weight. There are no such mistakes in Kailas, not a single one. Symmetry is maintained throughout the perimeter. All columns are the same. Today, such a project requires computer modeling. In the 18th century, when Padishah Aurangzeb came to destroy the temple, he threw thousands of soldiers. 3 years. The result? Several chiseled elephants at the base. The temple itself stands. Aurangzeb, a man who burned cities, said at the end, "It is impossible not to destroy, not to create the like." And he left. 400,000 tons. They didn't go anywhere. Just they are not there. If it seems impossible, then it will be worse. 1850. French archaeologist Auguste Miret goes for stone sphinxes in the Egyptian desert of Usahara. They lead to the entrance to the underground labyrinth. Inside there are 25 giant crates of black and pink granite, each 4 meters long. The lid weighs 30 tons separately. The total mass is 100 tons. This is the weight of a loaded railway car, lowered into an underground niche with a gap of 40 centimeters. The official version is that sacred bulls were buried here. The problem is that no bones or traces of mummification are found here. There is only emptiness inside, and something else. The engineer Christopher Dunn, 49 years of high-tech production, came with an industrial measuring device. He measured the walls from the inside. The result? A plane that today is achieved only on machines with numerical control. The angles are exactly 90 degrees. This is a piece of granite, mined for 800 kilometers. Dunn asked the American company, "Can you repeat? He was answered only from 6 separate plates, but not from one piece, and the ancient masters made 25 such crates from monoliths. And that's not all. The corridors where they stand are so narrow that 2 people can hardly fit. There is nowhere to put levers, nowhere to place a brigade. How did they drag 100-ton crates there and turn them around at right angles? The official science is silent. One unfinished box is still standing in the middle of the tunnel. The builders threw it halfway and left forever. Rough hieroglyphs are outside. Inside? Mirror polishing of inhuman accuracy. As if they wrote and polished different people from different eras. Why was such accuracy needed for the tomb of PK? There is no explanation. If this seems strange, the next object is buried not in the sand but under your feet. 1963. A Turkish peasant is repairing a wall in the basement of his house, punches a hole, and behind him is a tunnel. He leads down, then down again, then again. That's how they found Derinkuyu. An underground city, 85 meters deep, 18 floors underground. Capacity up to 50,000 people. Inside there are living rooms, kitchens, warehouses, wineries, stables, churches, schools. More than 50 ventilation shafts going vertically across the entire thickness of the rock. And here's what's strange. Ventilation is still working.